Okay. No music.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Right, okay.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
So
perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I've clicked everything in here. I literally clicked everything to death here. Read all the notes. Climbed on desks. Tried to open every single solitary door. Clicked on all the computers and pencil sharpeners and telephones and input received. That's nice. I mean, really, I sort of feel like I've done everything that's massively obvious now. Clicking everything, at least thus far.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors...
Did I hear music? I heard music. Where was my music? Has that always been there? I'm starting to imagine things. I'm starting to sort of think, that was never there before. I'm now going to be completely convinced I'm being followed by a pot plant.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Oh, yeah.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first,
actually,
just to admire
no,
it.
Stanley wasn't paying any attention. Stanley was busy worrying about pot plants. No, when we'd got into here as well, hadn't we? Yes.
Truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room.
Everything we
Stanley
could.
simply stood here, drinking it all in.
And there was a note here we couldn't read. It looks beautifully written. I just can't quite. Also,
Yes.
Did I say also
really,
I'm hungry at the end?
Really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Yes, the phone and the copy machine. Right, and then I'd come here, and then I'd been clicking. That was right.
Stanley was so
and
bad
this
at
was where I
following
suddenly
directions,
discovered I
it's
could jump
incredible
over to the
wasn't 5
ledge over
years ago.
there. Right. Okay, so that discovery was pretty amazing. I'd got that far, but did I miss anything on this side? Or on that side?
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot
Okay,
here.
can I get up there?
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
And that was the red door and the blue door. Red door and blue
Stanley.
door.
Someone you've forgotten about.
Someone I forgot.
Please,
Oh, God, it's my wife.
Stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not
Right.
asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life.
So what have I missed?
She's been waiting.
We're all ignoring you. Shut up. Right, tube. No. Oh, God. This does not remind me of those old adventure games. Click on absolutely everything until something jiggles. Okay, and then we went in here. Door closes behind us. Oh! Okay. Door opens. Okay. Does that normally happen? Interesting hinges. Can I go back? Nope. Okay. But I can go back through here. Does that mean something? Is that a clue? Normally, if I can open a door, it means there's some choice beyond the door. Whenever you can open something, there's usually a choice. And when you get through it, the choice gets, like, locked. But this one doesn't. I've made a choice, but I'm not locked into it. The Pale Bride. Dear Diary. Addressing my husband has been easier than I was afraid it would be. Yes, there's days when it requires more strength than usual to keep going. Oh god, that's doing my head in. Okay. Probably a very important clue that would have explained the entire game to me and allowed me to finish. Forever secured in the knowledge that I had won. I had beaten it. Alas, I was too lazy to... Right, the dark room with the telephone. Can I... Huh? 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 Oh, okay, did I just break something? Did I just break something? Did I didn't... Okay. Yeah, my bad. I think I broke something. Can I get it? What do you think? No! Hope!
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story,
yeah, right.
no one gets to tell him what to do.
No, yes, we've seen this.
From
No!
the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
No, they don't. They think I'm pretty desperate because I made the wrong choice and somehow glitched everything by... Oh, well, there's my music at least. We've
Stanley
got
had
the
never
music
seen
back.
the office this brightly lit. Was it a sign of something? He hoped it was. He hoped very much that it was.
Okay, so there was absolutely nothing clickable all the way up to the black room. All the way up to the black room.
When Stanley came to a set of two of them, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first,
and we found out
just to admire it.
That if you try
yes,
to sort of, you know,
this room,
beat the doors
business,
that automatically close
Stanley
behind
took the
you,
first open door on his left.
might break stuff. Which is an interesting discovery.
Stanley
And yet
so
takes us
bad at
absolutely
following
no closer
directions, it's incredible he
to
wasn't
figuring
5
out
years ago.
Would-a-fur.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about.
Right, someone I've forgotten.
Stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Right, through the door. Door closes automatically behind us, but that one can be opened. We go through it, we don't glitch the door. And telephone appears.
Into your life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
And we answered the phone. I can't remember what happened after that. Yeah, I remember. But can we... Oh, look, it's a British plug. It's a British plug. Huh? Well, I suppose that's appropriate. Narrator is British. Can I?
As Stanley picked up the phone, a white light engulfed him,
didn't...
filling him not just with radiance, but with hope.
I didn't pick up...
For a life
I didn't pick up the phone.
Wait. Oh, goodness. Stanley, did you just unplug the phone?
Yes, and it's not
that
a phone plug. That's a
choice. How did you do that?
That's a British mains power plug.
Chose incorrectly.
That would probably melt the phone.
I didn't know that was possible. Let me double check.
Well, it's possible. I unplugged it, but what I want to know is...
It's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything.
I'll put it back.
I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices?
I won't.
What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner?
What?
You're not Stanley. You're a real person. I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
You're going to...
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Stephen has a choice. He could spend years helping improve the quality of life for citizens of impoverished third world nations. Or he could systematically set fire to every orphan living in a 30-kilometer radius of his house. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
I'm supposed to be having a what? A back, sack, and...
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
You mean the plug? You don't mean put the plug back in, do you? Seriously though, why have you got a mains power plug on a telephone? Okay. So I go out. Okay, you won't let me go back. Alright. So you want me to go back? Am I just going back to my office now? Okay. It has a safety barrier now? Oh, is that to stop
your choices are meaningful? We can't have you jumping off the platform and dying.
Yes.
Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all.
Terrible, wouldn't it?
We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Right, I kind of noticed that. So I just backtrack now, no new choices? Okay, I'll take that as a yes. No, it's not going to open. But so what, do I just run back to my room now? And then what?
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
So you want me to take the correct... Oh, you're going to bring me back
remember,
here.
All you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, so you want me to do everything right this time? Okay. Not gonna happen!
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
No. Oh, dude. Oh God. Oh, okay, my... Oh, I'm getting a bit dizzy. Alright, so we have to go back. Okay, now what? So, alright, so I've got no choice in the matter then. I have to take... You're going to force me to take the correct direction. That's a little dull. Dude, I think it's,
Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe
That was the
after
word I was
everything
looking for,
we
yes.
talked about that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work?
targets.
I don't know.
Push for funding of R&D.
What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do?
Get
What
Chris
do I...
out of broom closet.
No, I have to.
Hire someone to
I have to shut the game down. I have to.
So you have to what?
I have to.
Okay. Is that bad?
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here.
Oh,
here in this
goody.
pile of rubbish. With you. You, who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child.
Seriously, I'm being guilted again?
My story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect.
I've seen it, and then you whiz me back to the office again. Don't. Okay, what?
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
All right, so you're going to make me do it again. I've got to know. I've just got to know.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry.
No. Okay.
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first.
Are you going to...
I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No!
Okay.
Why did you do that?
Just
Quickly,
see what would
hurry.
happen. Okay, so I don't actually have a lot of choice. Fine. Yes, I'll go. I'll do it. I'll go left. I'll go left.
And always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No, okay, he's just going to keep... As tempting as it is to annoy the hell out of him. Okay.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Tomorrow, complete today's unfinished agenda items. Write next day's agenda reflect. Where were we? Get Chris out the broom closet. Hire someone to synergize papers. Papers are too synergized. Fire paper guy. Hire someone to fire the paper synergy guy. Who moved my desk? Please keep the targets on the topic of... What's that last one? So they've Push for funding of R&D. They've achieved Elder Ones with... Yeah. So they never got Chris out of the broom closet then. Okay. What else have we got? What the hell? So we're back on track now. Are we back on track, properly back on track? Or are you back on track trying to get me the hell out of the game? Okay. Broom closet. Hello, are you Chris? You're supposed to come out. You could open that before, couldn't you? Couldn't you open that before? Oh, right. So they're blocking off all of my options. Why have they blocked that? Oh, okay. Broom closet.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
So they're basically blocking off everything, every choice I have, so I have to go. Where? Okay. Alright, that's... That's different. Okay, this is very different.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
No,
Shocked,
he was stunned at the green wallpaper,
Stanley wondered
actually.
in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code
What?
to open the door?
Night
Would it
Shark
still work?
115?
There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Okay, what? Sorry, there's a panda with a gun to his head. Alright, speak the code. Nightshade...
Stanley
No, Night Shark!
code.
Night Shark 115!
Night Shark 115.
Please speak clearly
He
into the
spoke it
receiver.
Into
Okay.
the receiver, right
doing it.
there on the wall.
Just on the right. Night Shark 115. Dude, there's no voice comms in this
I'm
game.
sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver.
I don't-
Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a
Dude,
crucial
I don't-
step.
I don't have a speak button. I thought I could activate it. But it's...
Okay,
it's-
fine. You're not going to do it?
I'm
But
trying
you
to
know
do
what?
it!
It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there.
did
Why
go
you
through
come
the
this
door
way?
on the right.
Speak. Say something to me.
Because you made
Explain
me.
yourself, you coward.
Okay, you just...
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors,
What?
he entered the door on his left.
Dude,
Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay?
I
Stanley,
would
please.
say no.
I need you to make a choice.
What?
I need you to walk through the door.
The end?
Are you listening to me?
Did I win?
Is everything all right?
You're gonna
And
fake
this is
me again.
important.
I'm getting credits.
The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept
I'm getting
whatever you
credits.
do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose. Do something. Anything. This is more important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me?
I can.
Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait.
He's talking to Stanley, not mean anymore, because he's now...
To make sure your choice is correct, that is the
This
best
game was made by
choice.
Galactic Cafe, a more twisted group of individuals
I'll wait
you
for
could not hope
decide
to meet.
What's the right thing to do? Take as much time as you need.
Is that it? Is that how... And of course not.